Hi, my name is Janet Wright, and I am a professional energy reader and healer. This is a video that is part of my series or playlist about having strong energy boundaries. And today I want to talk about energy chords. Energy chords, a chord is a term, like a cord, it's a rope. And but in energy psychic speak, in psychic language, we're using that to describe a line of light, a line of energy flow, line of connection between two people. And it'll always be between, it'll be at a certain chakra. So, for example, a mother with their newborn child has a first chakra chord, meaning that there's a line of light going from her first chakra, which is at the base of her spine, to the first chakra of her little newborn baby. And it'll look like a line of light if you're to visualize it. And that is a natural thing, actually, and a positive thing that should be happening. So that is an example of a chord that is very important for it to be present. But I work with adults who, they may have young children, but they also have people in their lives who are not their children, say their adult siblings or their parents or their husbands or wives, and it would probably not be helpful to have chords going to those people. Okay, they're not your infant child, you're not responsible for their living through the night, So, again, like I said, a chord will be at a certain chakra level. So you might have a chord at your fourth chakra, which is in the center of your chest, between you and, say, your ex-boyfriend. Say, even if it's like a 3-year ago ex-boyfriend. Maybe your ex-boyfriend is a bit of a narcissist, and he always likes to imagine that the women that he slept with still think about him all the time. And women do this too. I'm not just picking on the men. I've seen it in many instances. But so it is possible for an ex of yours to create a chord into your space in order to kind of reminisce about experiences and, kind of re-experience a teeny bit of your energy. Now, when they are mentally, consciously reminiscing, they probably don't know that they're creating an energy chord into your space, even though they are. But it's still happening. So a lot of times I work with people who, they feel like they're over this, some guy or woman that they dated, but they keep thinking about the person. They're like, why do I keep thinking about him? And a lot of times it is because the other person is courting you. And so there's that line of light connecting the two of you at a certain chakra. And so suddenly their energy is circulating through your space. So like out of nowhere, you'll start thinking of them. And generally, if it's like that out of nowhere, and you feel like you've really worked through your issues with that person, and so you've really moved on, but for some reason, out of nowhere, you keep thinking about the person, that's what's going on. They're courting you. So what do you do about that? Well, you can use gold light, in other words, light that is the color gold, to melt away the energy cord and heal yourself more so that the person can't cord back into you so easily. So I'm going to draw an example here. Let's say, we'll use that example of the narcissist ex-boyfriend, let's say. And say he fancies himself quite the Romeo, okay? So he's courting you at the second chakra because he imagines that he was just all that in a bag of chips. And so he's courting to your second chakra in order to reminisce. And he's probably doing that to like his last 3 ex-girlfriends at the same time, because he just imagines everyone's still thinking about him. They've never had anyone better, yada, yada, yada. And meanwhile, this is you going, why the hell do I keep thinking about that guy? I don't even want to be with him again. So that's what's happening. He created an energy cord, and you may not have baggage about him anymore, but you may have other emotional baggage here in your chakra that makes it possible for his cord to go in there. Because a cord, it's kind of like two-sided Velcro, and so someone can try to cord you, but if you don't have any baggage for them to cord into, then it won't work. But if you already have like some repressed emotion from, you know, any time in your life, then it's possible for that cord to kind of go in there and get stuck. So then there's the cord and the person's energy is running through you. So anyway, so say this is you and this is happening and the narcissist ex-boyfriend is causing you to remember about him even when you're just so glad that you know, like you ducked a bullet and you didn't end up with him. So what you do is you come back to your body, first of all, because you might kind of pop out and get spacey at first. So come back in, like wiggle your toes. You can watch my video about being present, being in your body. But just come back and then, you know, get your grounding so that your grounding is really strong. And if you haven't watched my grounding videos, I have 2 at least by now, by the time you're watching this. So watch those and get good at practicing that. So then you come back in your body, you ground, you know you're in your body, you're present, and that probably just in of itself will be enough. But if you still have those thoughts of him, then it wasn't enough. It could be that you do have some repressed emotion there, so his cord is kind of anchored into your baggage. And again, it doesn't have to be baggage about him. You could be totally over him. But there could be baggage, you know, about your father or some, you know, something like some career that you didn't do and you're just sort of, you have this pent-up frustration about it, something. So anyway, imagine gold light and just melt away the cord with gold light. So then let him be, okay? Don't do anything to him. Let him be the narcissist that he's choosing to be, or whatever, you know, whatever he's choosing to be. It's just you want to free yourself, right? So just imagine the gold light bathing your chakras, and you can, you know, say you don't really know it's your second chakra, you know it's at least one of your chakras, maybe a couple, right? So you could just cover all your bases, right? And just get the gold light, you know, from your hand chakra. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my hand chakra video. But get the gold light, you know, just running through every single chakra that you have, you know, in the front and the back. And just, you know, imagine gold light in the front and the back of every single chakra and just melt away all the cords in the front and in the back of every single chakra. You know, and if you are having, you know, unwelcome thoughts about a particular person, then you could particularly target the cords from that person. But really, you know, why don't you get all the others while you're at it? You know? And again, it's not like this person is evil. You know, try not to get into that headspace of that you're this big, glorious victim and this person is Satan. You know, like don't go there because that'll make it so much worse. Because that's a resistance, it's a judgment, and that'll weaken your energy boundaries and you'll be screwed. So, and not in a good way. So, so just understand that this person, your ex-boyfriend, for example, has imbalances, as do you, as does your current boyfriend, as does everybody you know, and you just don't want to get wrapped up in that person's imbalances, okay? So they're free to be the way they are on their path, and you're just gonna, you know, disentangle yourself from that person's imbalances. You know, you're just using gold light to melt away the cord, and then keep using the gold light to heal whatever repressed or compressed or blocked energy that cord keeps sticking into. Okay, because like I said, it's like two-sided Velcro, and one side is their cord, but the other side is your baggage, okay? That's why you can't really demonize this person, because they wouldn't be able to cord you if you didn't still have baggage about something. So just take responsibility and clear your baggage so that, you know, you are getting rid of their cord and you're healing yourself a little extra, so that now you can just do what you need to do today. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, and that was what cords are and how to clear them. Bye!